and during the break, like button checks and that, Rewind was kind of having the Kano out.
It's probably Kano.
Kano has very often been Rewind's kind of Cetrion character, so I'd be shocked if we don't see it here this time.
I mean, it's interesting to think about though, right? Because like early days, when we're talking early MK11, Kano was seen to be a bit of a struggle against Cetrion, right? Like there were some issues with the game that he didn't get on well with, or maybe just as a character, obviously he did get a lot of improvement. But the second customs became a thing, combined with Kano's forward one, becoming a proper like safe mid and all the mind games that come with it, that has turned Kano into this completely different kind of archetype where he really can compete, right? With the long-range mid, the decent reaction specials for like keeping people in check, the tick throw into good damage, the acid into the EX, and all the above, right? It's really interesting to see the transformation of the character. But we're talking more about characters today. We've got Evo Champ, Rewind, Injustice 2 World Champ, Shinny, one of the online more recent kind of gods, but not so much these days as an offline god as well, thanks to combo breaker success, the Cetrion. And here we go.
And we're going to be starting things off strong. The immediate Kano ball. I mean, that kind of Kano ball screams to me game one of a set. Like you're gonna test the waters. You're gonna try and get that momentum going early on. Even now, with Cetrion confirming into whatever, it's just not gonna do damage. But what will do is everything Kano has. Oh my good
I mean,
lord.
just look at that. Oh, we're talking damage. Look no further. And there it is, that check. Oh, but I love that like preemptive 1-1 from Shinny. Now, as this has increased to become a bit more of a popular pick against Cetrion, you know Cetrion players are getting progressively more and more used to it. But here's the thing about Rewind. You take a character like Kano, like this variation of Kano, I always say it like, this is like the pocket Kano variation, but Rewind has like main level time and experience with the character, right? But it's because it's a very pick up and play variation. It's got everything you need to be effective against a lot of the cast. But you put a character like that, who's genuinely solid, in the hands of someone like Rewind, you know, Las Vegas local, you know, he's got the hometown behind him, a lot of experience at the highest possible level, has already won an Evo before, and you're going to have a recipe for disaster if you're up against it.
However, big damage done already.
Oh,
there's the knowledge! You're not going to get away with that one. One of the many reasons Kano tends to be a character Rewind uses for this matchup. Fatal Blow's good to go. All it takes is one bar of meter too, and I mean damage all over the place.
Right now, Fatal Blow is there. This is over. If we see one hit from Rewind, one forward one, it is GG. Next match.
Cetrion with that.
Oh, there it is!
Health!
Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, especially with the 950, yeah. Cetrion not going to be able to take those trades as well, but especially when you get Fatal Blow territory, look at this. Ooh, yeah. And that's it. Over. Game one, done and dusted.
Standard health character maybe would have survived it. Cetrion being one of the 950s,
I mean, even then,
not so much.
Yeah, I don't know if I think that they would have survived. At least maybe Magic Pixel, which, you know, I guess technically is true.
Yeah, whoever went up there to coach Shinny, like they had like literally 5 seconds.
No, not enough time. See it.
They only had time to say, yo, block. Or, I don't know, or something like that. Either way, Shinny's going to get a really good start here, opening up. But again, meter spent, 18 damage, 19, I guess.
Ooh, Rewind went for a big punish on the interrupt there on the ground pound. Tried to get a forward one, but a little bit too slow.
But you can just see the lack of damage output, like when there's no crushing blows here with Cetrion. Kano,
oh, look at
he
that.
will take all the risks in the world because he can afford to take it. Who cares? I hit you, I do more damage, I get better setups. And now the corner positioning is fantastic for him. The back-to-back down one, very disrespectful yet classic
Oh,
Kano
big
maneuver.
punish though. Shinny with the knowledge, being able to punish that acid. Full flawless block. Rewind still in. Oh, that's going to be it. Yep, that's it. What was that? Standing 3 fatal. But hang on, wait. Does this kill?
It will.
Yeah,
no, it's going to kill.
This is a 950 angle.
There's no scale. There's really barely any scaling as well. I know it sounds really strange because you use the pull, but I mean, what pulls? Like it's about 13 frames or something, and it starts up that fast.
Yeah, for the range it has, it's quick, and it's one of those things that like because it's if you get caught standing, it's a full confirm. Like we saw there, right? That was just like what, standing 3 fatal blow.
Plus on block. Expected a button
Oh,
press
there's
there.
a counter poke. Oh, the fire.
knowledge. No, but the knowledge. Walking into it to make sure that the flames do not appear on the ground.
Yep.
Getting hit by it on purpose, that is the tech. But I don't believe every character can do it.
Either way, it's still important. It's one of those things that, like, if you let Kano get away with it, like, good teleport, but you can't move in, you covered in acid? No, just ran out.
Oh, you're dead.
The read. Wait, was that a read or was that the OS?
Honestly, at this point, I don't even think it matters. 2-0 in swift fashion for Rewind, and we're really starting to see that confidence shine through. Rewind, comfortable, confident. Man's already won an EVO. Like, he's been every single stage of an EVO tournament. I don't think anything's going to get to him in this event.
No, Rewind is one of those players that just has that top-level composure, you know, and there is a lot more to it than just playing well. It's, you know, when you're playing a snowball character like this, or, you know, Kano, the kind of character that, you know, gets a good hit into, like, a lot of tick throw potential, if you get the acid on the floor, like, there's a lot to be done with it. But when it's not going your way and the snowball's not rolling, you're not going to crumble, you're not going to choke, you're not going to make all these mistakes. Like, yeah,
however,
sure, Rewind has lost sets, you know, close sets here and there, but it's not because, oh, Rewind choked again. Like, he is one of the most composed players we have.
Character change alert.
I did hear it.
Has now gone in for the Jackie Briggs. So
from top 5 to top 5.
Yeah. We're going nice and low down that tier list tree. But anyway,
there is a lot to be said though about Cetrion being much more of like a neutral kind of projectile-focused monster. We know decent mids and whatnot. Jackie, a lot more overall kind of like mobile and aggressive. And you were just talking, right, about how Kano is a good pick
wake up
against...
buttons. I mean, we're brawling, man.
Oh, of course.
We're
And
brawling.
the bar just came back to... Oh my goodness, max range. But there is definitely a lot to be said, right, about how difficult it is to go from like one kind of style to another. And Cetrion and Jackie, they're not similar characters. You know, to be able to just swap on the fly is a lot more difficult than it sounds on paper, especially when they're that different of an archetype. Oh, but a high up jump kick into the asset. Okay, but again, Shinny making it get connected instead, not dealing with the fire carpet.
It's always going to be matchup knowledge. Now, you're not going to have the same choice from that.
Oh,
Oh my lord!
No, but remember though, if it's the fire from the same special, it won't give you the combo, but it will give you a lot of advantage. Now Shinny looking good, down on life, but Fatal Blow and corner pressure is now theirs. This is all you need to get it rolling, but no. There's a command grab, 18. Well, not even 18%, 180. This is another 950 health character. Rewind. Looking well poised here. Match point, but Shinny did take that first round extremely comfortably.
Maybe some time for Rewind to just adapt to the different flow, right? The different momentum. You said it yourself. Cetrion and Jackie, very, very different in terms of gameplay speed. And now Rewind. Looks like he's been able to gear up just a little bit further on. Now Shinny, able to turn this around. A breaker used. Good read on the breaker. Let's just get the puzzle.
No, this is an option, though. This is going to end in the corner. Decent damage. Both bars. Ooh, decent. Oh my goodness, that was knowledge from Rewind. To see that meaty was done too late. Because that's a big gap in between.
I mean, like, so many Jackie players like to meaty, like, off that splat.
Like that right there, right?
Yeah.
It's so plus, but there's a huge gap in between the two hits. And if you whiff that first one, it's all gap. And Rewind is gonna suss that out. Now Rewind being careful.
So much respect is being shown
I mean, look,
to that shrapnel blast.
Rewind hasn't pressed a button for like 10 seconds.
He might do now.
Oh, that's it. Shinny, yep, that's gonna be the game. Rewind, I think Rewind was kind of just waiting for something that never came, but you're saying the patience and Shinny using it to run away with it. And but this is where the character change is going to be coming into play.
Nope. Sounds like we've just gone straight back into it.
No, I mean for Shinny, like to swap character and then instantly win the round, like, or the game. Not like 2-0, but a good win for sure. That's where the character change is going to really be worth it.
See, I've been on the mindset of, well, you know, Rewind used the Kano to essentially take off the Cetrion from the table.
You think maybe he's got a better pick for Jackie? But even then,
does
like,
he even need one? I mean, look at this round.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of comfort here. Rewind, one of those players that really knows the
Oh, come
intricacies.
here!
Especially if these really like common characters. You know, Jackie very strong, but everyone plays Jackie, right? Like there's a lot of people that have at least a pocket Jackie. And hang on a minute. Amplify Knife going to do good things, and that is going to be a swift round for Rewind again. But then again, Shinny was in this position before and managed to make it work regardless. So I'm definitely not ready to say this one is done.
Had a little bit of adjusting to do earlier on in this set, that game that Shinny just took, especially off the back of that dominant round one.
Whoa! Oh, the pickup of that! All right, Rewind.
He dropped his lighter. Oh! And the neutral jump. We're just going to take damage. 1900?
1900, that's a lot of damage.
190, yeah, that's one kill jump kick, mate. Love it. Did I mention I was jet lagged? Anyway, let's jump in now. Rewind on this comfortable match point. And Shinny, so much work to do.
Oh my, I love it.
It's going to be scary, though. Can he do it?
No, but empty jump in. No, tried it again. No, Shinny tried the exact same thing again. It maybe could have worked. We saw an empty jump into instant shrapnel. And it did catch out clean, and it looked like Shinny tried to do the same thing again, but just got instant jump punch instead, unless it was some next level read. But regardless, Rewind is going to take it. But definitely a good effort from Shinny. You know, to go from a character like Setron to Jackie. Of course, yeah, both characters are really solid, but they are very different.